Guys, so today we're going to talk about something that is important, and it's something that I looked up online and couldn't find any, like on YouTube anyway, I couldn't find any videos about it. So today we're going to talk about feline herpes. So every time I mention that word, people are like, ooh. Feline herpes, I'm not going to go into like everything scientific because there's lots of information on that if you Google it. But feline herpes is a virus. It's not an STD like people say, though technically it does transfer with discharge. It's usually transferred via like the mucus that comes from the eyes or the nose or things like that when a cat is shedding the virus. So they can shed the virus both when they're sick and also sometimes they can shed it even when they're not, and they're not showing any signs. They can just be a carrier. But feline herpes is one of the most common viruses that cats can have, and once they have it for life. Some cats have it and they'll never show a symptom once they or you know, they can have a flare up when they're a kitten and then never have it again, while other cats can, just like a cold sore, they can have flare-ups anytime they get stressed or anything like that, and they're just gonna, you know, keep having it. Now you might notice I have a cat here. We had barn cats, and we are moving, so we decided to move all of the barn cats into the house. So we have 4 of them in the house right now, and Molly here is my favorite. So I figured, you know, she's fearless, but I knew it was gonna happen as soon as we moved them into the house, because even though it's not that big of a stress, it's still a stress. So all of the cats right now have herpes flare-ups, because all of my cats do have confirmed feline herpes, which means that until these cats are gone, I cannot get another cat in the house unless it itself is confirmed to have feline herpes, because they will give the other cat herpes. So one of the things, and I learned how to deal with flare-ups by a friend of mine who deals with Karma a lot, which is a cat rescue group, and that's actually how I ended up with my first cats. All of them are gone now. I think probably coyotes or something got them, because they do, you know, like to explore and things like that. But because they were barn cats, they were not house cats. I rescued a small colony. It was 5 cats, but one of them was a kitten, so they took it back because that one was really sick. They were in -30 weather. They were being kept under a frozen solid couch in somebody's backyard, because obviously they were a colony, and this woman decided that she didn't want to have a Karma colony anymore, and she told them to come and get them, or she was bringing them to the SPCA to be put down the next day. So my friend posted saying, you know, can somebody take them? And I happened to be in the city, so I said, if you can get them to me by midnight, which was when I was leaving, I was like, I'll take them. So I ended up taking them. A little bit of side story. Karma is a cat rescue group. What they do is they take feral cats and they spay and neuter them, and then they create feral cat colonies, and then someone is in charge of taking care of them. They have a few different colonies, so they do really good work. But yes, that's how I dealt with feline herpes the first time, because they all had it, and it's something like the first time that you end up with a cat that has feline herpes, the first flare-up that you go through, it's heart-wrenching, because there's really nothing you can do when they have it. They will get stuffed up, they'll sneeze, they'll look horrible, and honestly, unless they start to get colored discharge, like green discharge from their eyes or their nose, or they stop eating, a vet, like, there's really nothing a vet can do because obviously, you know, if you keep giving them antibiotics, because yes, they can give antibiotics, but the more antibiotics you get, the less it's going to work. So there's really nothing you can do when they get a flare-up unless it gets really, really, really bad. So other than like a few things that I'm going to mention here, which is things that really help with flare-ups. Like she's got a flare-up right now. I don't know if you can hear her, she is wheezing a little bit. But she's a lot better already because I started doing the few things that I'm going to mention here. One of the things when you have a cat that starts having a flare-up. Okay, first thing you should always do, okay, if you have a confirmed case of feline herpes and you want to treat them, get neutralizine. So it's L-lysine. This stuff actually works if you have genital herpes, if you have cold sores, which is, you know, another form of herpes. It works for you too, but you can get them in tablets. This is for the cats. It's actually made to taste good. You can get it from your vet, or you can also get it at PetSmart or places like that as well. It comes with a little scoop inside, and you should give 1 rounded spoonful per day. Hey, she loves this stuff too. And you put it into the wet food, and then you let them eat it. Now, the thing that happens when you have a flare-up, okay, you start giving them 2 spoonfuls of this for 2 weeks. That's how usually you treat your flare-ups with that. And it's all natural. It doesn't hurt them, and it does really help with the herpes virus. The other thing as well is to make sure that you constantly clean any discharge they get from their nose or their eyes. Another thing that can help, this is like the baby snot suckers. She hates it. I strongly suggest have 2 people for it. So you wipe her nose with a warm cloth. Hi, I love you too. And then you just, you know, use this to kind of suck a little bit of the snot out. The other thing as well is if you have a humidifier, put them in a room with a humidifier on. And it just helps to clear the their passageways. Another thing as well, if you don't have one, which is what I do, put them in the bathroom, put the shower on hot, and just give them, you know, like a steam bath, like steam up the room and help them with that. And just keep making sure that they are drinking and they're eating food. That's the main things. And then usually after a while, so long as you keep doing these things, eventually the flare-up does calm down. Because, I mean, again, some cats will keep getting flare-ups and flare-ups, and there's really nothing you can do about it other than just trying to, you know, make it more comfortable for them when they do have it. So that's my little talk for feline herpes. I hope it helps you guys. Like I said, she is, you know, doing a lot better now, but there's nothing worse than seeing your cat sniffling and sneezing, and hers is worse than the others, but she's gotten a lot better now. Actually, her eyes aren't even runny. She's got one that I gotta kind of wash. It's dried from last night, but yeah. So again, this is Molly. She's purring. Hey, Molly. Say hi. She likes snuggling. Where are you going? Alright. So again, if you want to see more videos like this, let me know. This, again, it was just something that I figured would be, you know, good to talk about because I didn't see anything on YouTube about it. The only thing that was mentioned was, you know, the whole bringing them to the vet and things like that. But the thing is that when they just have the basic flare-ups, there's really nothing you can do about it. We've brought cats to the vet for it before, and you know, they say the same thing, except for antibiotics. And same as with people, if you give too many antibiotics, the antibiotics stop working. So you want to keep the antibiotic treatments for when they're really needed. I mean, you know, like if if your cat starts getting secondary infections and then they start getting the discharge and all these things and they get really bad, well, if you've been giving them antibiotics every time they're really light and then all of a sudden they've got like a really, really bad flare up, and then, you know, the antibiotics aren't working. So, you know, again, obviously, if this is your first time, don't leave it to chance. Bring them to the vet if needed. Okay, but after a while you get used to knowing what is just a light flare up and what is something that really warrants the vet. You know, when in doubt, go to the vet. But like with us, we've been dealing with it for a while now, so we know what's just, you know, a flare up, which, I mean, sometimes it looks really horrible. You feel helpless. There's really, you know, you know, these are your kids and your kids are sick. You know, it's the same thing, you know, when you're seeing, you know, a little, you know, 2-year-old that's stuffed up and, you know, coughing and things like that. Well, you know, you feel helpless. But it's the same thing, you know, when you see your cat being sick like that. But I'm glad, like, the first 2 days were really bad. Now she's starting to perk up. She's coming back to see me and hang out and stuff, because she's an attention hog. So, again, let me know what you think. Thumbs up, comment down below if you want to see other things, if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, let me know. Alright, bye.